Hello and welcome to the next exciting episode of Battle of the Beast. This is the start of round 4. We're getting ever so closer to the top 5, but at the moment we're at the top 10. So I'm your host Adam Ferns, and this is going to be a recording session where I go through all 5 of these episodes along with the summary of round 4, and I'll upload them throughout the course of next week, or for you guys, today. So it may not all be uploaded at once, but it'll be uploaded when I can, hopefully throughout the course of next week. This one, I do not know when it'll be done, but it'll be the first one to be uploaded. Anyway, let's get into this. So for this first battle of round 4, I need to swap over. We have Soltra the Stone Charmer versus Rokk the Walking Mountain. Now, I don't know who said it, but in Lucas's 1,000 subscriber live stream, Lucas Green's 1,000 subscriber live stream, I was watching that video and I commented a couple of times, and then a fan of both Lucas and me joined, said, "Oh my gosh, I'm a big fan of both of you. Request for the Battle of the Beast, can there be Soltra versus Rokk?" And I just straight up said, I can't promise anything because it is randomised. And this one was the first randomised battle of round 4. So if you're watching, you got your wish. So yeah, Soltra versus Rokk. Fun facts about these though. It is the tallest remaining beast in this series, Rokk, versus the smallest remaining beast in this series as well, Soltra. Yeah, when I was bored waiting for the matchups, I just compared the sizes of all the 10 remaining beasts and found out which one's the smallest and which one's the largest. Rokk and Soltra. Furno is surprisingly the second largest, Torpix third, fourth was Elic, fifth was Crestor, sixth was Balix, seventh was Serpio, eighth Carnivora, ninth Noctilla, and 10th was Soltra, obviously. So yeah, I had a loss of free time on my hands. Okay, so let's... Okay, I was going to say let's go into this battle, but I need to think of an arena. I keep forgetting to think of an arena, because I can't think of anything! Yay! Okay, so Rokk is a giant, Soltra is a midget. I've confirmed from quick maths from my dad, actually, that the difference between Soltra and Rokk's size is actually 9 meters. Which doesn't seem like much, but an average human is, I'm going to butcher this so badly, 1.5 to 2 meters. Rokk is over 4 times the size of that. So, it's pretty big, just, but it is smaller than I thought it was. So, yeah, okay. The battle will be in the combat arena, and I think the arena should be a plains area, so with tall grass and a couple rocks everywhere. So Rokk for rocks and rocks for Rokk, and the grass for Soltra. I don't know anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much the arena. So a plains-like area, like Tagus lives in. And with that being said, I believe that's everything I need to say. Oh yes, the summary of previous battles. In round 1, Soltra killed Sting. Round 2, Cobra. Round 3 was Coron. In round 1, Rokk killed Cayman. Round 2 was Tarok, and round 3 was Merca. And I didn't need to look at my iPad that time. I just turned it off because I didn't really need it. I didn't actually look, so yeah, good on me. Yeah, so let's get into this battle with both beasts exiting their chambers. And each seeing each other immediately. Soltra because it's a giant, and Rokk just seeing a black midget. I should have thought about that when I said it. A midget that is of the darker shade, coming out of a chamber onto a rather light arena. Soltra strides up to Rokk, trying to look into Rokk's eyes. Rokk is staring directly down to Soltra into her eye, but nothing's happening. Soltra gets a bit confused, and then one of the spectators just yells from the sideline saying, "Rokk doesn't have eyes, genius." Soltra looks over to that spectator and turns him to stone. Rokk actually does not have any eyes, so yeah. Soltra panics for a second, realising that she can't do her usual tactic, and while she's distracted, Rokk brings down his arm to crush Soltra. Soltra's just barely able to dodge it though. Soltra wraps her whip around Rokk's wrist and pulls as hard as she can. It pulls all of Rokk to the side slightly, but not enough to knock him over. Rokk then lifts up his hand, pulling Soltra's whip and herself up with him. And what Rokk does is that he just does a swinging Soltra down back to the ground, hitting her, slamming her against the ground basically. Soltra gets back up after regaining herself, picks back up her whip, and realising that she's got her work cut out for her. Just as she gets up and regains herself, she gets kicked by Soltra's leg onto the other side of the arena. And then when Soltra gets back up to regain herself, she loses sight of the beast. How do you lose sight of a big ass Rokk? She then realises that Rokk is actually lying down, merging as a mountain, as a disguise, but since there are not very many big rocks, it didn't really catch her off guard. So Soltra has an idea. She runs up to Rokk, climbs on top of Rokk. Rokk starts shaking and standing back up. And what Soltra does, she uses her whip to wrap the whip around Rokk's neck and pulls as hard as she can, pulling Rokk back as well, making Soltra sway back and forth and forward and backwards, left and right. Yeah. And Rokk moves his arms up to get rid of this parasite basically on the back of his neck. Soltra drops her whip that is still wrapped around Rokk's neck to avoid these giant hands coming towards her to smash her. And Soltra makes her way along Rokk's arm up to one of his shoulders. And as the other hand was coming towards him, Soltra jumps, wraps her arm, and places her hands around two crevices on Rokk's other hand and starts swinging back and forth whilst Rokk gets his hand that Soltra was just on to grab Soltra. But Soltra's able to swing off and go right into Rokk's face, where she has her hands hanging from one of Rokk's eye sockets. As she turns around to see Rokk's hand coming straight towards her, Soltra climbs into Rokk's eye socket as Rokk hits himself in the head. Soltra sees a jewel that is basically where the light comes from in Rokk's eyes. She starts to try and pull it up and out, but it's not budging at all. Then suddenly the inside of Rokk starts shaking and Soltra loses her balance, causing her to roll out of Rokk, hitting the ground, but not a very far drop. Rokk turns out on all fours, shaking his head to get Soltra to fall out. And as soon as that happened, Rokk drops his head down to the ground to try and crush Soltra. Soltra's able to move out of the way to where she's under Rokk's chest, and as that's coming down, she grabs her whip, unwraps it around Rokk's neck, and runs out from Rokk's body, about to crush her. But she trips over a pebble. No, she trips over a small rock, not a pebble, causing her to trip over. Seeing that the body was about to come down on her, what she does is she sees a nearby rock, wraps her whip around it, and just pulls herself out just before she was about to get crushed. So yeah, just barely. Soltra then goes up to where Rokk's head has been, climbs back into the eye socket, or attempts to anyway, but Rokk's hands were blocking the eye socket anyway, and when Rokk lifts his head, sees Soltra there, and just pushes back with his hands as far as, with as much force as he can, knocking Soltra backwards into the walls of the arena again. Rokk gets back up, and as Soltra's regaining himself, she sees Rokk picking up a smaller, but a rock anyway, and chucks it towards Soltra. Soltra isn't quick enough to dodge it, and it hits her square in the chest, cracking some bones, causing her to fall to the ground. Rokk comes stomping over, and using his foot, he just steps on top of Soltra, crushing her completely. And with that being said, Rokk has won this battle, Soltra has lost. So there you are, whoever requested that battle, you got your wish, Soltra versus Rokk, and Soltra was the loser. When Lucas did this randomizer, he knew Soltra was going to lose this one, because for the same reasons I knew, Rokk didn't have any eyes. So, and even if he did, he wouldn't be able to turn to stone, as he's already a rock, made of rock. And me and Lucas did a Google, and there's no difference between rock and stone. So, yeah, there's no way Soltra would have won. She could have used her whip to just try and break her off, but with the fact that Rokk was being able to move and has higher power than Soltra, is just able to just ignore that and just slam her back to the ground using her own weapon against her. In the end, it was just a simple step on a bug and dies thing that killed Soltra. And with that being said, Series 2 is out of this tournament completely. If you're rooting for Soltra, I know I was if Carnivora died. I'm sorry, but Soltra's out of this tournament. I honestly would have thought Soltra would have made it to at least round 5, but no, maybe not. There was something else I was going to say. I can't remember what it was. So, with that being said, and I forgot what I was going to say, I'll see you in the next battle, where we have battle number 2 of round 4, Balisk the Water Snake versus Torpix the Twisting Serpent. Battle of the Serpentine Beasts. My favourite of round 8. Yep, favourite of Series 8, I meant not round 8. My favourite piece of Series 8 versus my favourite piece of Series 9. This is not going to end well. Anyway, that's all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press that little notification bell down the corner below. I hope you're happy with today's results. If not, please leave in the comments below why you think Soltra should have won. Unfortunately, my word is final, and I'll see you next time.